Genesis 1:26 literally say, and the Elohim said, come, let us make man in our image and let them have power, like how we have power, right? That in science, that would be the sperm and the egg uniting and then starting to divide itself. Because if it was only the Elohim, or what y'all translate as God, if it was only God, what did God use to create? Since energy is never destroyed nor created, he didn't create us. He duplicated himself by dividing himself in it, just like how your cells in your body do. Just like how what happens when a man and a woman have a child, they literally give up a portion of their soul. You know how if you have children, right, whatever state of mind you was in when you bring that child forth, right, around that time, your predominant state of mind, you could look at the child and say, man, this motherfucker act just like me when I was 16, 17, or when I was 20, he act just like me, or he act just like you. You see what I'm saying? It's a duplication. But since you can't see your cells duplicate, literally split themselves in half, divide themselves and become two, right? You don't understand it. You think it's hocus pocus witchcraft because you ain't never seen it under a microscope, right? That's literally what God did. So it wasn't a God and servants. It was God meet God, like Agent Smith. Like, me too. Yes, God meet God. Right? That's literally how it was. The fall of man was when man separated. Man been down in this physical realm so long that man had, because you gotta think, Adam was in the garden a whole 1,000 years before Eve was even created. He had a whole day to himself, and you know, a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? The nigga had a whole 1,000 years to himself before nigga just contemplating being a god, before his goddess was created. Boom. And before the fall. The fall came when man and woman became enthralled with this material realm and with each other, that they cut themselves off from the divine. Now they start seeing God as something to worship. Once the first man started worshiping this shit, literally the vibrations of the realm started to drop. Because if you think you're lower than God, like, you know what I'm saying, then literally that's the state you. If God say, no, I ain't God, I'm the butler, because that's what religion say. Y'all say y'all servants of God, y'all, you know, butlers and shit, servants. The Muslims go a step farther and say they slaves of God, right? But when you see yourself as that low or detached from your source, then naturally you and the realm, your environment, are going to start dropping. It's just like somebody who was a good person, you know what I'm saying, had a good job and then got strung out on drugs real bad, right? They literally see their vibrations in their world start to drop. Now their friends is no longer the people who got college degrees and good families. Their friends are now the drug addicts. The places that they hang around now is literally the drug houses, where they used to hang around colleges, libraries, and Fortune 500 companies. See, it's literally as above, so below. It's literally that simple. It's literally what happened. Once they cut themselves off mentally, spiritually from God, they literally went from the mansion, the kingdom, to the drug house. Literally. God literally divided himself. The 144,000 is 144,000 archetypes, like personality types. They're the original personality types, original genetic makeups, if you want to say. It's something to think about.